I finally got a Dell Latitude D series docking station for this beaten up piece of shit Dell Latitude D600, which is barely hanging on with the screen hinge. You're probably wondering how much I paid for it. I didn't pay anything for it. I got it out of the garbage. Like most things, I got this laptop for free. I got the Acer Aspire 5050 for free, but the 5050 is basically a scrapped computer. I still have it though. I got that tower for free, that CD player, along with those parts for free. This computer I had to pay for. But that keyboard and mouse and the monitor were free. Like, the docking station I got at the Teachers Resource Center. Usually, like, this happens once in a while. The dumpster where they store all of the computers in for the garbage people to come pick up. Well, there is times where the dumpster gets really full and they can't put anything else in there. What they do is they just pile stuff out outside the dumpster. And really, I'm just standing there at the doorway at my school and I'm looking and I was like, holy shit, are those docking stations? So I zipped over there. Sure enough, there's this docking station along with those two. Just sitting right on top of each other next to a monitor. And it wasn't a flat screen, it was a CRT. And we all know I kind of collected too many. So I went inside the building and I asked if they were getting rid of those docking stations, if anything was wrong with them. They said, oh, we're getting rid of them and there's nothing wrong with them. And I said, well, do you guys want them or no? And they were like, nope. So I zipped back outside and picked them up and off I went. And these things are pretty heavy, you know, like they're not light. This is, I think, I don't know if that's made out of aluminum or what it is. It's basically made out of the same material as the D600's laptop lid. That's pure metal. Or aluminum, I'm not sure. But, yeah. I'm going to be keeping one. I'm not going to keep all three. Because I don't have a use for all three. And whenever I get a double or triple of the same item, I always look at them and I make sure to pick the one that is in perfect condition. This one was the winner because it doesn't have a single scratch or a single ding on it. The only thing that makes it look bad is this very terrible condition laptop. That's pretty much that makes it bad. This one has a scratch on the surface, a few back here, and that's pretty much it. This one's okay, except for those scratches. This one, on the other hand, has scratches here, which are very noticeable. A scratch going along, and a very noticeable scratch right there. You see that? Oh, and there's another one. That's a big one. There's a little ding up there. There's another ding. So many scratches and dings on it. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, so this one is pretty poor. It's not really perfect. And that's why I'm not picking this one. The one that's in the bestest shape wins. And that one I'm keeping. And they seem to be a different color almost. This one seems to be the same color of my Dell Latitude C640. This one's kind of like a black color. Kind of look at it that way. The other one's darker. So anyway, let's check this bad boy out. Okay, so, whoa. This part is where you dock the laptop. This is the ejector button. And this is where you lock it, so you can't release it. This is the safety undock button. So once you press it, Windows will safely undock your system. It's the same concept as safely removing USB devices. It's the same concept. Power button, typical Dell logo. They have to platter their face on every product they make. On the back, you have your typical laptop charger adapter. You have a modem, Ethernet, S-Video, DVI, I think that's DVI, VGA, printer, serial, mouse and keyboard ports, SPDIF. The hell does that mean? I think that's another video port, or it could be a digital sound port. I don't know. We have 3 USB ports. The other side, I don't know what that top port is. It's not USB. The bottom port is USB, but the top one, I'm not sure. And you have your typical audio jack. The model number of this is, what is it? It's PR01X. There's another model just like this one, but it is a PR02X. So, you know, I don't know what's so different about the other one, but whatever. Now, I cleaned all 3 of these because I'm giving these 2 away to a teacher who I've been friends with ever since I went to elementary school. So, you know, and you know, I do a lot of work at the school. Like, I service a lot of computers there, even though I'm not an actual employee, but I service a lot of computers, and all those teachers respect me so much. You know, like, they respect me, and I do something for them, and I just think it's best to give these away. I'm only going to keep one. It's very unfortunate because the Teachers Resource Center throws out a lot of useful computer equipment. Like, these things are expensive, and I don't think people manufacture docking stations anymore. Because as you can see, my Acer Aspire is basically a modern laptop, and it doesn't have any docking station ports on it. Whereas my IBM ThinkPad does have a docking station port. But anyway, it's very, very unfortunate because the elementary school that I went to, and I basically pop over there a lot because I like seeing all the teachers that taught me when I was there. And, you know, I'm basically friends with them. I'm not a student to them anymore. So, basically friends. More than anything. But the Teachers Resource Center never thinks about elementary schools or other schools. Like, they just go ahead and whip it in the garbage. For me, I'm trying to prevent that. I basically pull out any computer equipment and, for example, a docking station, and I give it away to that school. Now, I tested all three of these. They work, but before I tested them, I put some rubbing alcohol on a cloth and just cleaned the pins. Like the gold-plated pins, and I don't know if you can see those, but those pins in there. And they were pretty dirty, so I'm not sure if they would have worked anyway. Ow. So, anyway. So they work, and I'm glad that they do, because I feel bad for my old elementary school. Heck, I pop in there every, I think twice a week or so, and they are still using the same laptop as this one, and they have very little of these docking stations. And I'm pretty sure if I walked in there and presented these to them, they're gonna be like, hey, how did you get those? You know, like, those belong to the board. And I'm just gonna say to them, well, guess what? The school board threw them out. So technically they don't belong to the board anymore. They belong to me, and I'm basically re-giving them back. So this thing can hold 100 pounds, which is a monitor. I think that's the most it can hold. And 45 kilograms. I think that's the weight of this thing, 45 kilograms. I could be wrong. But yeah, if I put a heavy monitor on there, it might break in two, as what it's showing in there. Oh shit, these things are heavy. Ow, that really hurt. Okay, so I have my laptop hooked up. Let's give it a test run. I have to install Internet Explorer 8. Heck, I haven't done anything to this laptop yet. None of the updates are installed. Still has the original Internet Explorer, the original media player, and believe it or not, I haven't even set it up yet. I'm not going to. But anyway, I'm going to make a part 2 of this video, and I'm gonna try to see if I can play a video on here. So we'll be right back.